This is Teresa Power, and I'm going to record a short video presentation for our API project for INT654VA. The project centers around API use in our programs that we are writing, and for mine I have actually utilized 3 of the APIs, which include two of them are HTML5 APIs, which include geolocation and session storage, and the third one is a jQuery UI with the accordion function. I'll try to go through these quickly. I've also included some JSON data in my program. On load of the page, before anything is executed, my page has some blank data in here. The page is about, it will detect the state that you are currently in and then load up some information about that state. And when it first loads, I have some blank data in here. Another thing that you can do on my site is you can go down and you can choose a state. This information is kind of crude down here. I'll probably style this a little bit more before I turn it in, this accordion menu down here. I'll probably style it some more. But you can click on any state down here and then also gain information about that state. I'll go ahead and load it up in the page so you can see how the information changes. So I do that, and then it has a prompt that comes up, an alert box that says, would you like to share your location with this site, which that is standard procedure for a geolocation app. Then it tells me that I'm in Kansas, and it gives me information about that state. I'm not going to go into a great deal of that, but that is all obtained from a JSON file over here that has a JSON object for each state with information in each object about that state. In my geolocation JS file, I have, we'll start here with the Navigator geolocation. I have the geolocation API listed here. I have an if-else statement so that if the browser does not contain does not support the geolocation function, that it will give you an error or a message that says geolocation is not supported by this browser. Put that into your page. Otherwise, if it is supported by the browser, then I have made an XML HTTP request to get the information from the Maps Google website. It'll give me my latitude and my longitude, and it'll detect that for me, and then I can utilize that in a function to gain my data. One thing that I did have to do is I had to do what they call reverse geocoding. I had to do reverse geocoding to get the state from the latitude and longitude components that I had. So it returned the state. After I did the reverse geocoding, I returned the state, address, and I got the long name of the state. And then I console logged that return state. And then I put in a session storage so it would be available in my other functions. And then I called my getData function. So if you go down to my getData function, then it will pull from my JSON file. It'll pull back up that session storage, and it will find the state, and then it will execute getting my JSON data and then loading it into the page. I'm using a pen function to load everything into the page, and that puts it into the elements that I already have. There is also a fail function just in case it doesn't go through. And then at the bottom I've included another function that utilizes the click on the accordion menu to use a find state 2 to pull up data from my JSON file also. That is the main part of my geolocation and then loading the data into the page. The accordion function is very simple at the top, and it's just nav list accordion. I've still got to style that accordion menu like I said, but it's very, very simple. This has been a very fun program to work on. I've really enjoyed it. My husband's gotten a lot of kick out of it. He's looked, I think, at every state. So it's a very usable program. And there's just many different types of data that you could add into it. You could add in places to visit. There's just a lot of different things that you could do with this interface. So I think it could be utilized very easily and adapted to whatever your need is at the time. Thank you for your time.